Hello students, today I am going to teach subject geography of class 10. This is chapter 4 agriculture, and today I will take the topic technological and institutional reforms. See this topic. Under this topic you will come to know first, why technological and institutional reforms are needed for the agriculture in our country. Technological, as the name, as the heading, you can understand related to technology, and institutional means the reforms that is done by the government institutions. So, come to the paragraph. In our country, agriculture has been practiced in India for thousands of years. For thousands of years, agriculture has been practiced here. Sustained usage of land without compatible techno-institutional changes have hindered the pace of agricultural development. But in our country, there is hindrance in agricultural development, means इस कि एग्रीकल्चर के डेवलपमेंट में हमारे कंट्री में बहुत सारी बाधाएं हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज सस्टेन यूजेज ऑफ लैंड, बिकॉज द लैंड इज यूज्ड has been used for the long time without implementing the technology and any institutional changes. That is why the agriculture the agriculture has not been developed properly. In spite of development of sources of irrigation, most of the farmers in large parts of the country still depend upon monsoon and natural fertility in order to carry on their agriculture. Means after the independence in our country, the development in irrigation has been seen, because after that many dams have been made and they provide irrigation, but not in all parts of our country. That is why as yet most of the farmers depend on monsoon and they depend on the natural fertility of the soil. And this is also one important thing, that agriculture, which provides livelihood for more than 60% of its population, needs some serious and one thing important, that because the population is growing day by day, and second thing, the in our country the most population, like more than 60% population is engaged in agriculture. So there is need to reform in the technology, and also there is need of reform by the government. Then what has been done? Collectivization, consolidation of holdings, cooperation and abolition of zamindari etc. were given priority to bring about institutional reforms in the country after independence. So after independence, what happened? Collectivization means to collect all the small fragmented parts land of the farmers to make large land holdings. कलेक्टिवाइजेशन फार्मर्स के छोटे छोटे लैंड होल्डिंग्स को एक साथ मिलाकर बड़े लैंड होल्डिंग्स में बनाना. एंड कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ होल्डिंग्स also, that is to that depends on the proper that is done in a planned way readjustment and rearrangement of land, of fragmented land. मतलब छोटे छोटे प्लॉट्स को, छोटे छोटे लैंड, फ्रैगमेंटेड लैंड को मिलाकर बड़ा लैंड बना देना। तो एक रिफॉर्म लैंड होल्डिंग्स में ये किया गया। और सेकेंड, एबोलिशन ऑफ जमींदारी। that time what was the fact that some people have more lands, more villages, but some people have no land। तो इस चीज़ को दूर करने के लिए ज़मींदारी प्रथा को ख़त्म किया गया आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस। सो लैंड रिफॉर्म वाज द मेन फोकस ऑफ आवर फर्स्ट 5-year प्लान। इस तरह से लैंड रिफॉर्म फर्स्ट 5-year प्लान का हमारा मेन फोकस था आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस। The right of inheritance had already led to fragmentation of land holdings, necessitating consolidation of holdings। और ऐसा किस लिए था? You know that in our country there is right of inheritance, means the plot of a land that belongs to one person, and if he has 4 sons, then the land is divided into 4 parts। So because of that, in our country there was fragmentation of land holdings। मतलब टुकड़े टुकड़े में, छोटे छोटे पार्ट्स में लैंड होल्डिंग्स बट गए थे, इसलिए इसको ज़रूरी था कि इनको एक किया जाए, कंसोलिडेट किया जाए होल्डिंग्स को, और लार्ज प्लॉट्स बनाया जाए जिससे कि प्रोडक्शन ज़्यादा हो और टेक्नोलॉजी, न्यू टेक्नोलॉजीज़ का इस्तेमाल किया जा सके। बट व्हाट हैपेंड? द लॉज ऑफ लैंड रिफॉर्म्स वेयर इनैक्टेड बट द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाज लैकिंग। तो लॉज तो बना लैंड रिफॉर्म्स के लिए, लॉज वेयर इनैक्टेड that were made, but the implementation part was not very favorable। Then the government of India embarked upon introducing agricultural reforms to improve Indian agriculture in 1960s and 1970s। So after that, the Indian government started to introduce agricultural reforms in 1960 and 1970s। Then what were the reforms? See, first number, the Green Revolution based on the use of package technology। तो Green Revolution that was introduced, what for? To increase the production, and how? That is package technology। Package technology means that is they started to use HYB seeds, modern equipment, fertilizers, pesticides, etc. What for? This technology aims at yielding maximum benefits in less period of time in agriculture। तो फर्स्ट ग्रीन रिवॉल्यूशन शुरू किया गया और जो इस पैकेज टेक्नोलॉजी पर आधारित था। दूसरा, द वाइट रिवॉल्यूशन, that was also known as Operation Flood। And white revolution, what for? To develop and help the dairy industry in the country, and to help the Indian improve the lot of Indian agriculture। But this too led to the concentration of development in few selected areas। लेकिन ये भी क्या हुआ कि ये केवल कुछ सिलेक्टेड एरियाज़ में ही हो पाया। Therefore, in the 1980s and 1990s, a comprehensive land development program was initiated, which included both institutional and technical reforms। तो उसके बाद 1980 और 1990 में लैंड डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम लॉन्च किया गया और इसके अलावा भी गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से प्लान्स बनाए गए, कुछ प्रोविजंस दिए गए। वो क्या थे? प्रोविज़न फॉर क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस अगेंस्ट ड्रॉट, फ्लड, साइक्लोन, फायर एंड डिजीज़। तो फार्मर्स को क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस दिया गया। अगर ड्रॉट होता है, सूखा होता है, बाढ़, साइक्लोन, फायर, किसी भी कारण से अगर उनका क्रॉप प्रोडक्शन सही नहीं हो पाता है तो क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस की व्यवस्था की गई। आफ्टर दैट एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ऑफ ग्रामीण बैंक्स, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज़ एंड बैंक्स फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग लोन फैसिलिटीज़ to the farmers at lower rates of interest were some important steps in this direction. इसके अलावा फार्मर्स को लोअर रेट्स पर, लोअर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पर लोन देने की व्यवस्था की गई ग्रामीण बैंक से, कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी से और कुछ अदर बैंक से। किसान क्रेडिट कार्ड, पर्सनल एक्सीडेंट इंश्योरेंस स्कीम और सम अदर स्कीम्स, ये दो स्कीम और थे, केसीसी और PAIS, दैट इज़ नोन एज for the benefit of the farmers, that was introduced. After that, what was done? Special weather bulletins and agricultural programs for farmers were introduced on the radio and television, and the programs for the farmers were introduced and they on the radio and television, and they gave the instructions regarding agriculture through it. The government also announces minimum support price for important crops, minimum support price, remunerative and procurement prices for important crops to check the exploitation of farmers by speculators and middlemen. एंड गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से फार्मर्स के लिए मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस फिक्स किया गया। मिनिमम सपोर्ट प्राइस मीन्स दैट इज़ अनाउंस्ड बिफोर द क्रॉप सोइंग, और दिस इज़ द प्राइस, ये प्राइस है जिस पर कि द गवर्नमेंट इज़ रिक्वायर्ड टू बाई द क्रॉप वेदर द मार्केट प्राइस इज़ लेस और हाई। मार्केट प्राइस हाई हो या लेस हो, लेकिन गवर्नमेंट को उतने प्राइस पर डायरेक्टली फार्मर्स से वो क्रॉप्स खरीदना है उसी रेट पर। इस और दूसरा चीज़ प्रोक्योरमेंट प्राइसेस, that is the price that is announced after the harvesting, and it also helps the farmers from the exploitation of the middlemen, other persons, because the government directly buy the products from the farmers. So in this topic you came to know about the technological and institutional reforms done by our government. Thank you.